Every time the man took a bite of fish, a fish scale would grow on his body. Unexpectedly, the man ate fish every single day. Soon after, his legs began to turn into a fish tail. But the man just scratched the fishy skin and continued eating. What was surprising was that every person in the village ate the same food every day. One man loved pig's feet so much that he grew a pig's nose and a pair of pig's ears. His son not only loved pork but also went to the neighbor's house to eat chicken legs. As a result, his son grew more and more strange looking. There were also two brothers in another family. One was fond of eating lamb chops, and the other loved steak. They grew to look like a sheep and a cow, respectively. Suddenly, one night, a house was built right away. The next day, the two brothers began to prepare for their outdoor picnic. When they saw the new house, they didn't think much of it. Then, as the two brothers were enjoying their meal, the door of the newly built house suddenly opened. A stranger walked up to their table. The two brothers were terrified by the stranger's appearance, and their scream alerted the entire village. They all rushed to the table and saw that the stranger looked like a normal person. At that moment, the stranger took a blade of grass and ate it right in front of their eyes. Immediately, the people in the village realized something and replaced all the food on the table with grass. After that, some people found that their chicken beaks got smaller after eating grass, and the fish scales on some people's bodies began to fall off. Some people's pig noses also started to shrink. Then, they began to eat grass frantically every day. But after a while, they grew tired of the taste of grass. The man, seeing his legs almost back to normal, couldn't resist eating a small fish. His legs immediately turned back into a fish tail, and he felt extremely annoyed. Other people were also annoyed. One person couldn't help but eat a pig's foot, and his pig nose grew right back. In other families, people were already tired of the grass, pushing it around with complaints. The two brothers who loved beef and mutton were also annoyed. When they saw a blade of grass floating in the wine glass being passed to them, one brother pushed the other out of the way. The commotion quickly spread to everyone in the village, and soon the entire village turned into a fight. The fight happened to reach the stranger's house, where he was eating grass at that moment. Suddenly, they found an outlet for their frustration and stormed into the stranger's home, venting all their anger on him. From then on, everyone went back to eating whatever they wanted. One morning, they completely turned into the foods they loved. Driven by their desires, they eventually became food for the next person who came along.